Becoming a strong player is one story, but actually beating everybody else. I mean, so it still requires, the combination of experience, because you are on the top, and you also, you're fighting not very old players. I mean, so the competition is getting younger. Kids are learning, so they're learning. They could see much more. Now they're very savvy with internet, so they know by age 10 they know probably more than we can learn in our whole life. So I think that in chess it's very natural, because today, just with one click of the mouse, a young kid could find out more than Fischer ever learned about the game of chess. It happens. It's a natural process. We have more and more information available, and it's easy accessible. You don't have to be a rocket scientist actually to figure it out. I find these things natural. I think it's absolutely natural, and obviously there are limits. You cannot expect a 10-year-old grandmaster, so you still have to be probably 12 or 13 years old. But also, let's not forget that the standards are much lower than before. So when I made my grandmaster norm in 1979, there were much fewer grandmasters, and the rating system was not suffering from this inflation. Because again, I wouldn't complain about it. It's natural. If you increase the foundation of the pyramid, so it's very clear that you have more and more players at different layers of the pyramid. So when I played, there were fewer players. So that's why being grandmaster meant that you were among, say 100 players. Now, because the foundation increased dramatically, so being grandmaster means that you're probably one of 1,000. So the standards are getting lower, and I understand that there's some records now at grandmasters at 12 or 13 years old, but I don't think anybody of them could be as, you could claim the same accomplishment as Bobby Fischer, who was a grandmaster at age 15 in 1958, which was absolutely unheard of, and at 16 he played in the candidate matches. So comparing different times and different players, it's not probably a fair task, because you simply ignore the fact that we all grew up in different times, and we had access to different sources of information. We still have plenty of options. I mean, for instance, I was always curious whether we should entertain an idea of reshuffling the pieces as Bobby Fischer proposed, but not to play all these 960 positions that are technically possible, but have 2 or 3 positions that are quite playable and not alien to our eyes, because it's the reshuffling pieces in opening position changes geometry of the movement. You can play, whole year one position and then another one. I still believe chess is a very important element of our culture and science. And now with internet, we have to look for different opportunities. It's not just, to have the matches, between great players, but also to bring masses to the event. You don't need to have 1,000 people in the audience. You can have 1 million watching the game, providing you create a system. And this is one of the plans that I'm promoting now with Kasparov, just to create some kind of a chess Facebook community. Because we have hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people playing chess on the internet, but they are spread all over the place. So the role of the International Chess Federation is actually to bring commercial sponsorship, to bring these people together. Chess could actually be a great unifier, especially for the kids, organizing the World School Chess Championship on the internet. So it's the only game that could be played, taught, watched on the internet. And missing this opportunity, it puts us behind the curve. And I believe that if we know how to entertain this option, I think chess will not be lost among other disciplines.